40,000 and counting. That's how many people right now are expected to show up tonight in Alabama to hear Donald Trump speak. So many they had to book an entire stadium. To the Daily Callers, Alex Pop is on if other GOP candidates can keep up.
Hey, Charles, how are you?
Good. What's up with the rest of the
well,
party? Can they? I mean, no one can match this. I mean, this is a football stadium.
Yeah, and I'm actually from Mobile, Alabama, too, so I've been to a bunch of games of the Senior Bowl, the GoDaddy.com Bowl. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be there, and you better believe if they hit 30, 40,000 people, we're going to be talking about this all next week. That will be a record, and it's going to definitely beat, the 10,000 or so that have been going to the Bernie Sanders. But yes, so this speaks to the problem if you are one of the rival candidates. It's what do you do? I mean, how do you get attention? How do you go after a guy that's able to get 40,000, 30,000 people? And so that's, it just shows you that it's going to be it's very hard to do that when you see that candidates like Rand Paul, he goes out there and attacks Donald Trump, and then his poll numbers go down. And the same thing with Lindsey Graham, who's hardly even registering the polls. Same thing with Rick Perry. So I think it's going to be very hard to see what to do.
Yeah, Alex. The political pundits, they come on every single night and they keep telling me that this stuff is just it's flashy, it's show business, it's name recognition, it's nothing more than that. Ultimately, Donald Trump won't be a factor, but there's got to be this thing, and I know in politics they talk about the enthusiasm gap or the enthusiasm needle. No one has the kind of enthusiasm by their backers that Donald Trump has right now.
Yeah, and that's right. And there's no question about at the event tonight, yes, there will be a lot of Donald Trump supporters, but there are going to be people coming from Florida and Mississippi and Louisiana, and probably not just because they're a Donald Trump supporter, but because of the celebrity around them. And, hey, it's going to be fun on a Friday night at 7 o'clock to go pack into a football stadium and listen to Donald Trump speak. So I think there's definitely that bit of celebrity to him. But listen, once again, though, it's important because it shows who has the energy in the party right now. And it's somebody like Donald Trump who doesn't care about political correctness. And it's not the other people that do. And so I think the candidates are going to learn from that. In fact, we've seen somebody like Jeb Bush, who, he's been pressed on, why are you using the phrase anchor baby? Yeah. Is that, politically correct or not? I think he's kind of taken the Donald Trump tact here and saying, you know what, I'm going to be a little politically incorrect. And that's actually what he's been doing. He's
got the wave going. Everybody else wants to get their own wave started. There's no doubt about that. Alex, thanks a lot, buddy.
Yeah, you bet.
I'm building buildings, and they're wonderful and great. I'm building one think of this one. I'm building one on Pennsylvania Avenue, right next to the White House, between the White House and Congress, the old post office. Okay? It's great. It's, by the way, under budget and ahead of schedule. Is that nice? Wouldn't that be, right?
Well, it might be nice, but if two Democrats have their way, Trump's name won't even appear on that building. They claim that his remarks about illegal immigrants are enough to stop it. They're petitioning the Interior Department to do just that. Misty Harris says, hey, they've got a point. Rebecca Rose Woodland says it is absolutely ridiculous. Misty, I'll let you go first. Why would they have a point? Donald Trump voiced his opinion, and now you're saying denying the right to put his name on a building?
And to be fair, I think this is a stretch, but they may have a basis. And that's because the government Parks Department is still maintaining control over that area. And what they're saying is, we want to prevent any offensive emblems from being put in this space. We don't want anybody to feel unwelcome. So while I think it's a stretch to say that Trump's name constitutes an offensive emblem, that's their legal argument, and that's what they're basing their argument on.
Now, come on. Are you telling me 40,000 people are packing a stadium tonight to see Donald Trump? Is he offensive? Maybe he says things that some people don't like, but does it rise to the level of offensive that if his name is on a building, it's going to offend people? That's offensive. I mean, he built the building. He owns the building. Do they own the area around it? Yes, the U.S. Department and the Parks Department does own it, but that doesn't mean they can prevent him from his constitutional right to use his name.
But this administration, I mean, they've gone after Washington Redskins in a very similar manner, and, they've done a little bit of damage to that brand, certainly, and they've given them some heartache. So to your point, they're going to probably push this, and if it is possible, then they'll make it happen.
Charlie, that's what I'm saying. Look at who's in charge there. Look at who's going to ultimately make the decision. It's the Democratic regime. So I wouldn't be surprised if this came to that level. And to the point of the Washington Redskins, same argument is made that a lot of people look at that as just a sports team, just a sports album, while the argument's made on the other side that it's an offensive emblem that should not be on government property.
You know what's going to happen with this? It's going to backfire on the administration, and Donald Trump is going to get higher points in the polls. I'm telling you right now. He built the building, he just said, under time and under value. He's going to get better points in the polls.
I remember not too long ago in Chicago, they wanted him to take the sign down, but that was before he started running. They were just upset because it was too big.
Listen, I think the building looks lovely, and I hope I get a discount.
It's an amazing.
It looks beautiful.
I've seen the building. What he's done with that building is absolutely amazing. When people start to see this building, you're right. I think the Democrats may not want the American public to see this building. The before and after pictures are going to blow people away.
Yeah, this may not be the battle they want to pick, but
that's why he's so ahead in the polls, because he's good at what he does in his own business life, and he says, "Hey, I'm going to apply that to corporate America to government America."
But why do you think they're focusing on this?
You know, it's going to backlash.
They're focusing on this because they'll grab at anything they can. So,
and these are a couple of lawmakers, right? Elected Democratic lawmakers with nothing better to do. Markets free falling, salaries are down. They think this might be more important for the American people right now.
Why would we pay attention to all of that? The markets and whatnot.
Why are they focusing on something so ridiculous? How about standing up for the values and the things that they're there in Congress to do? Not is Donald Trump, should his name be on a building he built.
All right. Missy, Rebecca, guys, have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Well, more President